take a lie to take the test and see who lying. Yeah.
What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy, Cardinal Bud Crawford, or E.S. Red, if that's what you want to call me. And we are back for another one. Alright, y'all, got a new topic for today. New topic. Liar, liar. Are the Terence Crawford contract rumors hurting the Errol Spence Jr. Undisputed fight? Alright, y'all, so interesting topic here. You know, I was going through some videos and just checking out the conversation surrounding the Spence Crawford fight, trying to get a feel for how everybody feels about the fight at this point. Still haven't had anything signed, still haven't had anything confirmed. And there are a lot of rumors and a lot of lies, a lot of stories being told about this fight. And my question is, are these lies, are these rumors actually hurting the fight from coming together? You know, you're having a lot of YouTubers having a lot to say about this fight. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. It means the conversation's real, the fight is close. There are a lot of people interested in the fight, but there are a lot of people making up information.
Why is everybody lying? Do you guys watch that stuff and believe that stuff about breaking news? Whoa, exclamation point. Errol Spence responds to Terence Crawford. It's going to be a 2-fight deal. Terence Crawford rejected the deal. It's going to have to include Castillo Clayton.
There was a rumor that it was supposed to be scheduled for October. Now I'm hearing November. How come the contract ain't been signed? Who is dragging their feet? Who are we going to place the duck on in this situation?
About the fight. And you know, we've already had one conflict between a channel and Terence Crawford. And I don't know how much of that conflict, because, you know, to be honest with you, right before that conflict happened, there were rumors, once again, that the fight was this close to being signed. And then that conflict happened, and it seemed like Terence Crawford kind of backed off from, you know, talking after that, you know. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but about a month ago, when they had, it was right before Errol Spence came out with the news that the contract had been offered to Terence Crawford. About a week before that, I believe it was Team Spence said that they were not going to speak at all about the Terence Crawford negotiations because it had got so messed up the first time. And it's crazy that, you know, it wasn't a week later. You know, I was gonna do a video about this, but I don't know why I didn't. I can't remember why I didn't. But it wasn't a week later that Errol Spence came out with the news that he had sent Terence Crawford the contract. And I found it weird because he had just said that he wasn't gonna speak about that. About the contract or the negotiation to try to keep the process in-house and try to keep it from falling apart again. And you know, my concern now is, are the bloggers, are the news sources, are we influencing these fighters to not sign the contracts? Because we're talking about the dollar amounts, and we have certain people talking about they won't tune in, or they won't support a certain fighter if they do it this way and not do it that way, or they'll stop supporting them if they lose. This goes more towards Terence Crawford because I think he has more to lose in this process than Errol Spence does. I really feel like he has a lot to lose in this process, whether he wins the fight or he loses the fight. I think just taking the fight, he has more to lose. I think Errol Spence, I don't think he's really even that concerned anymore with 147 or even Undisputed. I think his only motivation for sticking around is sticking to his word of what he said he was going to do. And that's unify all titles. I don't think it's even a big deal to him anymore at this point, you know, because he has done so much heavy lifting at 147, and he has so much upside moving forward, like moving up in weight and moving forward. There's a possibility he could go and unify all titles at 154. Now, will Charlo still be in the division by the time Errol Spence actually gets there? You know, we'll have to wait and see. But I think Charlo might not even be at 154 anymore once Errol Spence actually gets there. And, you know, I feel like Terence Crawford has more to lose in this situation, because I think fans will turn on him if he loses to Errol Spence Jr. And I feel like if he loses to Errol Spence Jr., not only will fans turn on him, he no longer has Bob Arum backing him. What does he actually do after, let's say Spence does beat him? What does he actually do after that fight? And how does his career look without a title? You know, without him actually holding a title belt. You know, what can he salvage in his career? Does he move back down in weight? Does he move up in weight and try to create something new? Does he stick around and try to challenge Spence again? You know, a lot is at risk for Terence Crawford if he loses this fight. And that's the reason I said yesterday, if there is a $20 million, enough to pay him $20 million, because this could possibly be his cash out fight. I think he deserves that, because it could possibly be his cash out fight. Well, you know, what if he not only loses but gets injured and you know, significantly in that fight? You know, not only will fans turn on him, it's going to take him a year to rehab. He could come back. Spence could be even better at that point. So, and Spence might have moved on at that point. We don't know what type of stipulations are being written into the contract as far as rematches go as well. So, at the end of the day, what kind of influence could all these rumors and all of these, and you know, I hate to say the rumors could be dictating things. I would say more of the lies that are being told, like the contract is signed, like this fight, you know, breaking news, you know, the stuff like that. I think those are hurting the negotiation process more than the rumors, because rumors are always going to be there. People are always going to have rumors about sporting events until the events come to fruition, until contracts are signed. There's always going to be rumors, but it's more of the lies that are being told. It's more of the people that are saying that they're reporting 100% fact. Me, I've always said that I'm reporting the boxing news. I'm trying to give the information. I'm not trying to make news. I'm trying to break news. And to me, you have to look at the channels that it's in their best interest to do that.
I told y'all before, like, it's a scam. It's always been a scam. They did it with Deontay Wilder, and then they try to act like it's this brotherhood and they helping out the fighter, but in the end of the day, they just line in their pockets.
The channels that are actually profitable channels, small channels like mine, I'm not even profitable yet. I do make a very small amount of money off of YouTube, but I have to do so much work just to hit that threshold to get a payout every month. And a channel as small as mine, I don't even get payouts every month, because I'm not getting enough views to be paid out every month. Now, every 2 months, I could, if I do enough work during a 2-month period, I will get paid out every 2 months. But channels that are doing multi-thousand views per video and that are clickbaiting you are the channels that you have to look at, that are the ones that are actually hurting the fight. Small channels like mine, who report something that might end up being not true. Not to say that I've reported anything that's not true, because like I say, I only report the news that's already out there. And sometimes I put the news out there first before anyone else has on YouTube, but the news is already within social media and all the news sources. It just hasn't hit YouTube yet. So channels like mine are not really hurting anything because we're not making any money off of this. Now, if you're a multi-thousand subscriber, multi-thousand view channel and you're reporting false information, it's a problem, because at the end of the day, a channel that size, these fighters are actually seeing your content and they're reacting off of your content. Nobody in Team Crawford or Spence is seeing my content and reacting off my content. But, you know, I'll let those channels remain nameless, but those channels are out here and they're reporting false information.
Ain't nothing happening with Spence versus Crawford. We don't know.
And they're clickbaiting people into watching their videos, and they don't even have to. You know, it's crazy because I can get views, and I know how to get views and where the views are at. I don't get a lot of them, but I can get views. I don't understand why a channel that's already getting multiple thousands of views has to add clickbait in to try to get even more views. And I'm pretty sure if they weren't clickbaiting, if they were just reporting the straight facts, they would still get those same amount of views. So at the end of the day, are the rumors about the Terence Crawford Errol Spence fight hurting the negotiation process? I would say yeah, especially if you're a big channel. Now at the end of the day, what's going on with this fight? You know, I'm not really sure at the moment. I'm hoping it comes to fruition. The later and later we get, the more and more it's looking like it's going to happen in 2023 and not 2022. And this is something I've been reporting the whole time. Y'all can go back and watch my library of videos and see that this is what I've been reporting the whole time, just because there are so many other things that could conflict with this fight happening later in the year. If it's not going to happen in end of August, September, very beginning of October, it's not going to happen this year. One more thing. Who do y'all think is going to win this fight? You know, Terence Crawford, a good fighter, but has had losses to guys like Danny, Ugas, and the amateurs.
You fought and beat Bud Crawford, if I'm not mistaken, twice in the amateurs.
We fought twice in the amateurs, but it was 1-on-1. I felt like I won both.
How do you guys actually think this is going to play out when it finally comes to fruition? Is it going to be Spence's power, accuracy, ring generalship, or is it going to be the talent level of Terence Crawford that ultimately wins out in this fight? Let me hit that like button for me. Share, subscribe, tell a friend. Holler at me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You're more than likely to get a response on YouTube, so holler at me over there if you want a response. I think I'm done rambling for now. Yeah, I think I'm done rambling for now. It's your boy, Cardinal Bud Crawford, or E.S. Red, if that's what you want to call me, and we are
I'm fighting to see his name on some paperwork. I told him wrong.